Boy, you're wearing this crown. They just wanna see you bleed. Man, I'm so spoiled, I'm sour. Gotta show him it ain't sweet. Run a quarter mile for a club. 45,000 for a blood. This right here's for the corner. Oh, there's an elephant. Thought they gave a little warning for you, but you couldn't get it. You could try to catch it, but you can't attain my animal. On my high hole, I'm playing poker, better let it fall. Not in my league, man, you're not in my yard.
Hello, world. Day underscore. You know, boy from Chicago. Man, that boy worked. That boy worked. I mean, from doing the production, you know what I'm saying, the production, the writing, the arranging, you know, from engineering, all that different types of artistry, you know what I'm saying? So I just want people to be like, man, when it comes to music, Day underscore, he gets it in. He gets it in. He do not play. When he comes, you better come correct. Definitely. My dad actually was in a group back in the day in the 90s. They were called Phase 2, and he took me everywhere since I was a shorty. He took me everywhere. It's rehearsals, studio time, so I'm the kid, you know what I'm saying? Now, mind you, there were other people that had kids, you know what I mean, that was in the group and stuff like that, but they'll put us in a room and stuff like that and then start like playing video games and all that different type of stuff, and then it was like, I just always find myself sneaking into the studio place and be like, you know, what's that, but what, you know what I mean? So after a while, my dad was just like, he'd just bring me in the studio because he know that's where I'm going to be ending up anyway. So yeah, I think I found the bug when I was like 7, and I started like writing songs and stuff like that about anything. Like I still remember the first song that I wrote, and it was called "How Would You Feel If Your Love Went Away." And that's pretty much what the song did. Like, that, it didn't really change too much. It was repeating that, like, you know what I'm saying? And I thought I was going to be the next Stevie Wonder. So, but yeah, so around 7, got the niche for writing and stuff like that, and pick up a keyboard and start making tracks around like 10 or 11. And then I found some software, you know what I mean, a demo program, but, you know, got that going. And then around 12, 13, 14, started to find out the whole artistry thing and recording. So it was a process. It was all of it a process. And I would say starting to be in the music industry or trying to penetrate that way, I would say about 14, definitely. When I think about role models, I think about somebody that someone can look up to or find inspiration in to move forward in whatever they're doing. So in that regard, I would say yes. I don't necessarily be like, yes, Day underscore is a role model, you know what I mean? But I'm definitely, I feel like you definitely can learn a lot of things from my journey and the things that, you know, that I've been a part of, and the things that are, you know, going on now, you know what I mean? And integrity and, you know what I mean, stuff like that, stuff that are dear to me. I definitely feel like, you know, the person that's getting that information could definitely see some type of inspiration in. Almost every day. You have your ups and downs, but it's just like with anything that you want, you know? But discouraging part definitely, because you never know. You know, you don't know when it's going to be the next thing in your career that happens. You don't know. Like, you know, you don't know when your next gig, or you don't know where the sound is going, and you're trying to stay ahead of the curve, and you don't know what type of new things that you need to know and all this different type of stuff, and who you need to network with. And they get discouraging when you go to these events sometimes, and it's like, man, you know, I put down the information, oh yeah, let's work, and then we never work, you know, or let's get in the studio, and that never happens, or just all the different type of stuff. But what keeps you going is just a love for the game. You have to have not only the passion and the bug of just creating, but you have to love the business as well. All the good, the bad, and the ugly of it, you know. When it comes to standing out, that's hard for me to try to answer that directly, just because I know a lot of artists, and we all kind of share a lot of the same passion. Like, you know what I mean? It's about creating. So I don't feel like I'm isolated from any, like, you know, we're creating. It's supposed to be a collaborative thing. Like, everyone's helping to get to that next level. You know what I mean? The music that I make may not be the music that someone else's make, but they are important. you know, and you know, I feel like what I contribute to just the industry and just to the culture, I feel like that's important too, you know. So, but I will say what I have noticed is work ethic. Work ethic is definitely, I've noticed that I kind of rise above to the occasions when it comes to certain things. Like, you know, if there's an issue in the studio or trying to figure out what's going on, I'm typically the person that figures it out, you know. So, and that's a good, bad thing, but it's just what I'm charged with, and you just keep going, you know. Yeah, I definitely write my own stuff. I produce my own stuff. I record and engineer myself too. So the mixing and stuff like that. I don't master. That's a whole nother. I give it to my homie Nine Forte, who's my best friend, but he's also a dope producer, writer, engineer, and stuff like that. But he's out in Chicago. So anytime I'm done with something, I send it to him. He put his little spice on the master and then send it back. I do play the keys. I'm not no whiz with. I'm not, you know what I'm saying, not Beethoven with it. You know what I mean? But I do know quite a bit about music theory and, you know, what finding a key and getting that together. You know what I mean, to try to get the best outcome as much. And I'm still learning. But I also write for other people and produce for other people, so that's a cool job. Vocal production, that's a whole nother realm where people kind of sleep on. You know what I mean? That's a job, trying to arrange a record. You know what I mean? That's pretty cool. But yeah, I don't think that's fair, just because I have so many people that I'm inspired by. I mean, I'm a Virgo, so you know, one of my biggest inspirations ever, you know, and it's a little cliche, but it is what it is. Michael Jackson, you know, like, I would love to even just be in the studio, just be a fly on the wall. I don't even have to do anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, but to add on to somebody that is alive, Usher, you need to holler at me, dog. You know what I'm saying? He's another big inspiration, like heavy inspiration from just style, how he approaches the track, how his team helps, you know what I'm saying, make some great bodies of work. Great bodies of work. How, you know what I'm saying, he moves in the industry. You know what I'm saying? Just so things to look up to. That's one of my role models. But yeah. I do have quite a bit going on. With projects with me, I am so one of those people who's like, the vibe has changed, the mood has changed, we're gonna have to start over. Like, you know what I mean? So I have like several like projects just sitting. And then, you know, you get inspired to do more. So it's I do have something that is in the works. There's no name to it yet. But when I do go out to LA and stuff like that, my management team and stuff like that is going to work out to get some things going. I do have a single that will be released. It's called Foco, so it's pretty cool. I'm working on a few projects with other people that I can't say yet. We gotta wait till the ink dries, but it's cool. Some people that you do know, that you may know, and some people that you know is up and coming. So can't wait for that. But it's all good stuff, and it's exciting. Man, you can find it on pretty much all the digital outlets: iTunes, Apple Music, Spotify, Google Play, all that good stuff. So just type in the name Day _, and you should be able to find all that stuff. I do have a couple projects that's out. You know what I'm saying? Comic Books in the Hood, what I recently did with my homie Jaguar Dot. Little small EP, but it's pretty cool. Pretty good music still. And yeah. And also you can catch me on social media and all that good stuff. Day _ is pretty much on Twitter, Instagram, SoundCloud as well. That's another music outlet. Facebook, all Day _ Shout out JoJo. Putting the nigga on. Shout out to Five, my manager. Shout out to Ohana Fresh. He's also my mentee, and he's also an artist that I'm working with as well. Shout out to Cash with a K. Shout out to Ty Knox, other management team. James, also in management team in New York. Shout out to Kevin Chris. I'm part of their publishing. Shout out to Chicago. I'm trying to do it, man. Shout out to Maywood, the actual town that I'm from. Shout out to goddamn it Atlanta, cause y'all been showing a nigga love. You heard me? You know what I mean? So yeah, that's pretty much it. You know what I'm saying? Oh, shout out to Slim Terror. That's my homie too. We got some things going. It's gonna be hot. I love you, mama. I love you, pops. Remember this face. You're gonna see a lot of it. A lot.